Around 430 BC, the Israelites finally ended a grueling 70-year exile. They left the crumbling mud brick walls of the Babylonian Empire behind and made the long trek back to their homeland. They managed to reconstruct their society and even rebuilt the temple in Jerusalem, restoring their central hub of worship. But the epic, world-conquering Messianic era they were promised, it never materialized. Decades dragged on. Living under the thumb of the Persian Empire with no golden age in sight, the Israelites fell into a deep spiritual slump. They grew deeply cynical, treating their covenant with God like an exhausting chore. Enter Malachi. His name literally translates to "my messenger," and his text serves as the 46th book of the Catholic Bible and the very final word of the Old Testament. You will not find gentle pastoral encouragement here. This is a fiery, sarcastic confrontation where God steps up to the microphone to call out a nation's apathy. The entire book is structured around 6 rapid-fire disputations, or formal debates. The pattern is exactly the same each time. God makes an assertion, Israel offers a sassy pushback, and God delivers a mic-drop response. In the very first debate, God opens with a simple statement, "I have loved you." The Israelites immediately cross their arms and demand proof, snapping back, "How have you loved us?" God points directly to their history, reminding them that he chose their ancestor, Jacob, over his brother Esau. While Israel was preserved and restored from exile, the descendants of Esau, the nation of Edom, were left with barren, rock-cut cliffs and ruined territory. God then shifts his sights to the religious leaders in the second and fifth debates. He accuses the priests of actively dishonoring his name and robbing him blind. The priests play dumb, asking how exactly they are robbing the creator of the universe. God lays out the evidence. They are dragging blind, sick, and lame animals to the altar. They are offering literal trash that they wouldn't dare present to their local Persian governor. The corruption extends to their wallets, too. The people are holding back their required tithes. God issues a direct challenge. Bring the full tenth into the storehouse and test him to see if he won't open the windows of heaven. When a society loses its awe of the divine, worship devolves into cheap, half-hearted compliance. They were checking boxes, not showing devotion. Moving to the third debate, the people are weeping at the altar because God is ignoring their prayers. When they ask why the silence continues, God gives a blunt answer. The men of Judah are ruthlessly divorcing their Jewish wives, the women of their youth, to marry foreign women who actively worship idol gods. They are breaking their most sacred earthly covenants while expecting heavenly favors. This all builds to the fourth and sixth debates, where the Israelites lay out their ultimate bitter complaint. They argue that serving God is entirely useless because the corrupt and arrogant are prospering. To them, justice is completely dead. God answers this overwhelming cynicism by announcing a divine book of remembrance. He explains that this book serves as a permanent record of the names of the faithful. A day is coming when the ledger will be opened, and the difference between those who served God and those who exploited the system will be undeniable. God sees through religious theater. He measures actual faithfulness by how we treat our most intimate earthly relationships, and whether we hold on to hope when the culture around us grows dark. In its final chapter, the text shifts away from courtroom debates and plunges into Advent apocalyptic prophecy, introducing the impending day of the Lord. This incoming judgment has a dual nature. For the wicked and the arrogant, it is warned to be a roaring furnace that will leave them as nothing but ashes. But for the faithful, those who still revere God's name, the exact same day will rise like a warm, healing sun in the springtime. Then Malachi delivers the ultimate Old Testament cliffhanger. Before this great and terrible day arrives, God promises to send the prophet Elijah to earth. Elijah is given a highly specific rescue mission to turn the hearts of the fathers back to their children and the children to their fathers, preventing utter destruction. This final passage acts as the seal of the prophets. It closes the Hebrew Scriptures by directly setting the stage for the arrival of John the Baptist in the New Testament. The book of Malachi leaves no room for debate. God rejects cynical, transactional routines. He demands and deserves our absolute best.